We now continue our journey through the Infinite Crisis Omnibus by going into an interlude of sorts between OMAC Project issue number 3 to issue number 4, Sacrifice. You see, it's revealed at the end of OMAC Project number 3 that Maxwell Lord, head of Checkmate, has not only controlled the spy satellite Brother Eye, but is also now in mental control of Superman. Basically, it's revealed that Superman has been being slowly but surely influenced by Maxwell Lord to the point that, it's kind of built a foothold in his mind. But also, this comic opens up with Lois Lane waking up in bed. Comics! So, yeah, we also get her point of view. I like that. We get her point of view of everything going on, of how it was like to marry Superman. But we also notice how Superman is kind of acting a little odd. Gee, I wonder why. It's revealed that he's experiencing these visions. He's seeing people he loves fail and kill those he loves, like Lois, like Jimmy Olsen, like everyone he cares about, essentially, in his lineup. But, and he eventually snaps and goes into a state of attempted murder. Because, basically, it's a repeated cycle. Superman is experiencing these endless cycles of death and despair and can't do anything to save them. Like, he sees Brainiac talking to Lois, which, of course, should raise the question, if Brainiac's just talking to Lois and they're smiling, wouldn't it be like, wait, that doesn't make any sense? Like, that really doesn't make any sense. But of course, Superman is still under this warped viewpoint of everything, and yeah, that doesn't go well. Lois is trying to figure out what the hell is with Superman, with her husband, and yet she can't seem to figure it out. Then Martian Manhunter shows up to Lois's house while she's basically half naked. Pleasant Martian Manhunter. Hey, maybe this is where Miss Martian got her manipulative skills. Maybe that's how. Being all nice and whatnot, and then BAM! She strikes when you least expect it. And I will still not get over what happened in Young Justice Invasion. So moving on. Anyways, it's revealed that Lois has been somewhat seen by the Justice League as also protecting her from Superman in case, anything goes wrong. But Lois is understandably pissed off that, why do you think that? And then it's revealed when Superman has blood on his hands, he doesn't know what is going on. And as it turns out, Superman's friends were never in danger and that he wasn't fighting an arch nemesis from his lineup like Darkseid or Brainiac. No, rather, he almost killed Batman. Congrats. And Wonder Woman's the only thing that stopped him from ending the life of the Dark Knight. Also known as, in this phase, the Brooding One. More so. Brooding paranoia. So, Superman keeps trying to say, I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what happened. I just remember all this stuff. And that doesn't help. And, yeah. And when he is in custody by the JLA, by the Justice League, Superman allows the telepathic to go into his mind to see who's been controlling him along with the other characters, and they find Maxwell Lord revealing to be controlling him, revealing that he's been infiltrating Superman's psyche, and all I'm wondering is, why? Like, Identity Crisis gave the vibe that he was losing faith in superheroes, especially after what happened in Coastal City before Green Lantern went crazy. And I'm just wondering, when did he do this? How did no one detect this issue yet? Like, there had to have been some incident in between then to when Maxwell Lord turned evil. Yeah, I don't know. So, after it was found out that Batman was getting so close to finding out the truth about his operations before he could do what he needs to take over the world, Maxwell Lord says, okay, we gotta take Batman out. And upon learning the truth, also beforehand, they mentioned Superboy, who is revealed in the Infinite Crisis build-up that he's a clone of both Superman and Lex Luthor, basically fulfilling every fanfiction's desire to see what it'd be like if Luthor and Superman had a baby, had a kid. Yeah, I just wanted to do that. Here's the thing that confused me. Why is this not in the Omnibus? Like, Superboy does have a major role in Infinite Crisis, the event, so why is this issue of Teen Titans not on? Yeah, I was wondering that. They even mentioned that it happened, so I was like, well, why wasn't this in the Omnibus? Like, he does have a role, and Luthor also, so why is this not happening? So, afterwards, Superman rushes off to Checkmate headquarters to confront the evil Maxwell Lord, who I'm still saying has a better name than Victor Von Doom, and is more subtle. And then he's forced under the control of Maxwell Lord. Once again, Wonder Woman is because of her powers of gods assisting her, she is unable to be controlled by Maxwell Lord or any mental controls. Unless it's the anti-life equation, then that's a completely different matter. And, yeah. He then makes Superman goes ahead and thinks that, Superman think that Wonder Woman is Doomsday, and he just brutally murdered his wife. Leading to an all-out war between Superman and Wonder Woman in the fourth part of the Sacrifice storyline in Wonder Woman issue 219. And as this fight continues throughout most of it, and they're recording it live, and they are recording it, so basically this is going to be an awesome YouTube video if it's uploaded. So we all know how that's going to go. Superman and Wonder Woman have this all-out battle, and Maxwell Lord continues to keep saying how this is the only way to go about it. We got to get them to kill each other. That's the only way we're going to beat these powerful gods and goddesses. Okay, here's the thing. I could buy more into Maxwell Lord's ideology of how they need to slay all the godlike powerful people if they built it up for him to be that. If Coastal City was the catalyst for him to start losing faith, and maybe as he was slowly psychically controlling Superman over the years, it could do this angle where he doesn't really want to do it. He's doubting himself more. And when if somehow he learns the events of Identity Crisis and learns what happened to Sue Diffney, because he does show up in a cameo role in Identity Crisis, they could have done that and have him eventually say, you know what, we gotta do. You know what, I have to do something. I'm going to save this world from itself. Like, that would have made more sense instead of just, hey, he was always evil. He was just weakening the JLI for reasons. So, as Wonder Woman continues this fight, she realizes that the only way to stop Superman is to either have Maxwell Lord release him from his control or kill Superman. And we all know, Superman's never going to die. They already did that once. And in the world of comics, yeah, unless you count New 52 Superman, who I will refuse to acknowledge for a variety of reasons, yeah. She then goes ahead and uses a distracting moment in order to get back to Checkmate headquarters and demands that he releases Superman. Yeah, he keeps saying he's not going to, but under the lasso of truth, he has no choice but to compel to the lasso. And he agrees, but tells Wonder Woman that this is only temporarily. Once he's released, he will exert his control over Superman once again. And before this, she throws a tiara at Superman's throat, Wonder Woman does, and he's bleeding, and I'm like, I'm not an expert on anything, but how deep has the cut have to be to the throat in order to, kill somebody? Because I'm pretty certain Zatanna should have been dead 500 times over every time when someone shot her in the throat in order to dispel her ability to speak backwards to activate magic abilities. I think I did mention that part where they suggest, hey, why don't we get Zatanna to fix this? And they just say, and the members of the conspiracy of what happened in Identity Crisis say, no. So yeah. Yeah, when Wonder Woman demands to know how to release this control over Superman, Maxwell Lord is forcibly under the control of the lasso of truth. Is only answering this: "You have to kill me." And then comes this moment, the most disturbingly controversial moment. Wonder Woman breaks Maxwell Lord's neck. Oh boy. Here's the thing. I don't have a problem with this angle. It's just that, well, it serves as a prelude for other stuff, like Amazon's attacks and the downfall of Wonder Woman as a public figure. But I could understand why she did that. Why? Because they already said they could try all these other... They could try, like, the mental powers of Jon Stewart or... No, not Jon Stewart. John Johns. Zatanna and all these other characters. But, like, everyone keeps saying, like, if we do this, this is going to really not work. This is going to actually get really, 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 really bad. And... yeah, she has virtually no choice. If she doesn't do anything, Superman's going to kill her and kill everybody else. If she doesn't do this, she forcibly has no choice. Though, of course, I'm pretty sure Batman would go into his sanctimonious role and say, "There's always a choice." Batman, there's going to be a point in time where you're going to be forced not to have a choice. Either let people die or take somebody's life. So, Batman, since you want to protect the people, what are you going to do? Grab a gun and kill them? I'm like, you're going to be forced into a position where you have no options. So, yeah. Like, if there was no other way to do it, like, you can't lock him up because Maxwell Lord has control over, Superman, the freaking Man of Steel. I don't see any other option other than you have to destroy the person who's controlling him. So, yeah, and well, here's the other thing. Wonder Woman is one of the heroes that is willing to kill. She doesn't always do it or take pleasure in it, but she does come from a warrior Amazonian race of female warriors, so... yeah. But, like, here's the thing. Superman would have killed anyone if someone killed Lois. Like, we see that clearly in the Injustice comics. So, say they did that in the actual mainline universe. This is going to end badly if someone takes Lois's life or anyone else he cares about's life. So, yeah. Yeah, it's, understandable why Wonder Woman did that. She had no choice. Pushed to this point, like, if I don't do this, people are going to die. And Superman's going to be forever a slave. But if I do this, that's going to create really, really bad problems. Except she doesn't know about the OMAX recording everything. And, yeah, well, she just stared coldly at the corpse. She could have had some facial expression that, like, my God, what have I done? Or Hera, what have I done? Or Zeus, or whatever. But, yeah, I can understand why she did that. Eventually, someone might be forced to do a difficult decision and be pushed to the wall, and, like, they either do this or face this consequence. Like, yeah, she is known to be the diplomatic one, but she isn't hesitant to take a life if it's necessary. So, it's a give or take on that. But this would have a various fallouts and also kinds of bastardized certain aspects of the Wonder Woman character for future stories after the Infinite Crisis event. That's going to be problematic. I'll get to one of those elements that happen after this video, and when I get to reading the rest of the OMAC project, because the OMAC projects continue where Sacrifice left off. So, Yeah, we're gonna be in for a crazy ride. So, those were our thoughts on DC Comics Infinite Crisis Omnibus Sacrifice 1 through 4. This was Neo Reality Entertainment. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and donate. Stay tuned for more.